Dang, man. Talk about the great smoke out. Today we're going to be talking about the Delta II Sub Ohm tank. Stay tuned, be right back. Okay, the Delta II made by Joyetech, which is out of China. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to walk through this a little bit. This thing, I got to tell you what, this thing is awesome. I mean, when it comes to blowing clouds or full on flavor, wow. I mean, this thing is incredible. For all the tanks that I have and for all the tanks that I've been using, I gotta tell you, this really kind of brought back what vaping was all about to me. This thing is incredible. I'm just absolutely floored by the quality, by the full on taste, and by your capable ability to blow a big old cloud. Alright, I'll tell you what we're gonna do is, I can talk here all night about this tank because this thing is fantastic. I mean, I love this thing. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this down on the table. We're just going to walk through this thing, and I'm going to show you just exactly what's all involved in this, and I'll open it on a box, and yeah, man, we'll just, hey, chill with me for a minute. Be right back. We'll get it down, then we'll come back up to FaceTime. See you in a minute. This is it. This is the Delta II Sub Ohm tank, and this is the original packaging that it comes in. We open up the box. Take a look at the side there, and inside you have the authenticity cards that come with this, and then inside there she is, the Delta II, with an extra coil head. Okay, here we have it all taken apart. You can see we have the coil head here, we have the tank, then we have the base, and then we have the drip tip. Take a look at this tank right here. See, it's got little slots in there so that way you can see your level of e-juice that you have in your tank. You've got 3 slots here, 3 slots there, and 3 more right there. On the inside you can see there's a little lip between there and the Pyrex glass. That's where you fill it. And this tank holds 3.5 mils of e-juice. You see the top there? Look at the size of that shaft for the airflow. Thing's huge. Okay, for the base, it's 510 threads, non-adjustable firing pin. So you have 2 adjustable airflow vents on each side, one on this side and one on the other side. You can see the airflow right there. Just go one way and it shuts it, then go the other way and it opens it up. So you can decide how much airflow you get. And this thing lets in a hell of a lot of airflow. Okay, let's go to the coil head. The coil head, look at the size of that hole in that pin. That thing is massive. Then we turn it this way and you can see there's the coil on the inside there, and that's a huge passage for air to come through. Now this is a 0.5, it comes with 2 of these, 2.5 LVC coil heads. Recommended vaping is between 20 and 45 watts, and the LVC stands for liquid valve control. So let me just throw this on here real quick so I can do this, show you the LVC liquid valve control. You see we got 1 slot right there. You can see the cotton showing through. You've got 1 there. You've got 1 there. You've got 1 more over here. So you have 3 slots for your e-juice to fill into your coil. Adjustable juice flow works like this. You can close it based on your viscosity of the e-juice that you're vaping on. Thinner your e-juice, you can turn it down. Just depends on what you want it and how well it wicks. And that opening closes all 3 of them the same, obviously going around. This tank is a self-contained tank. None of these parts, none of this tank comes apart. The drip tip, and that just fits on here. And you can see that it's a pretty tight fit. The sucker's not going anywhere. Okay, when you go to fill this up, you want to start out by priming your coil head. On those 3 slots that I told you about, go ahead and just take a little bit, put it on 1, on another. That way it can start soaking into that cotton. And then you want to prime inside the coil head. Just put a little bit of juice on there. You want to fill your tank. Luckily you want to lay your tip right up against the Pyrex glass. You can see the liquid start coming up a little bit. That's pretty much about full. Okay, once that's done, make sure you have your e-juice valve set. Screw it together. Put your drip tip on. Let's go to FaceTime. I'll be right back. Okay, back. Let's just talk about this thing a little bit. This thing, I mean, it's got fantastic flavor. I mean, the cloud production is huge. Airflow completely full on, wide open. Let's give this one a shot. Beautiful flavor. The flavor is incredible. I mean, This thing has brought back the joy of vaping to me. Thank you, Joyetech. I appreciate this tank. And no, I bought this tank. Joyetech did not get it for me. Been rocking this flavor. I just like to show this up here. I want to give a shout out. Ruthless. This is the brand I've been liking a whole lot. It's called Menage a Trois. Now, some people have been saying about this is that you need to break in your coil. And I did do that. And the way you break it in is you like start at like 18 or 19 watts. Do it a few times, then bump it up to 25 watts or whatever, somewhere around in there. Do it a few times before you start bringing it up to a higher wattage. Just make sure that you break it in. I mean, don't put a brand new one in there and crank her up to 50 and expect a whole lot of good things to happen. I find that for me, like around 30, 32, this thing brings on full-on flavor. The vape, the cloud, everything that you want is right there. That's for me. I've had this thing for about a week and a half, and I have not yet once, not one time, have had a dry hit. I have not one drawback. I can't even tell you a con on it outside of the glass for filling it up. So if you want to see the mark, I mean, but with the black one, I can see it really well. This thing rocks. My honest opinion, I give this thing, I'm going to give it a 10. I like this tank. I really do. Matter of fact, I'm going to buy another one just so I have it on hand. Way to go, Joyetech. You did a great job. Thank you. Okay, down in the description box, I'm going to leave you a link where you can click on it, where it will take you to where you can buy one of these Delta 2s. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below, down there. And if you like my channel, give me a thumbs up. That helps support my channel. I would really appreciate that. And if you feel like it, hey, subscribe. Stay tuned. I think it's in one of these corners. I'm not really sure which one. You'll see it. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned. I will be bringing you more vaping product reviews. Thank you. You all have a great day. Later.